G'day everybody, it is me, Joe Pan, coming at you today with a Digimon deck profile, my first video on a Digimon deck. It's a card game I've recently gotten into. I did, as a Digimon fan, sort of follow it from the beginning, but just not having a good local scene or a way to play it or money to afford it. It's not something I've been able to get into until recently, but over these last couple of months I have really gotten into it, and I have built this really cool deck recently that I wanted to share with you guys, because I've not seen another deck quite like this one. Obviously it borrows elements from certain decks, as you can see here, but the way that it all kind of comes together I think is pretty cool. Before we get into it though guys, I just want to say, if you are into this kind of video, you want to see more Digimon or other TCG content, please do give the video a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because that way when I upload new videos you will know straight away. We also live stream over on Twitch occasionally at twitch.tv/thejoepan, so please do consider checking us out there, as we stream not only TCG content over there, but also quite a bit of TCG content. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the deck here, starting off with our Digitama cards, our Digi-eggs. We're only playing 4 of them, Puyoyomon. I might get some of the names wrong, please forgive me, but we're playing the RB1 Puyoyomon, which is when attacking once per turn. By trashing 1 blue card in your hand, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. So just a way to discard a card out of your hand, which using some of our other support cards lets us draw more cards, and lets us trash a Digivolution card. I would consider playing, let me have a look over here, this fellow, Hyarimon, which is if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, draw 1, which is what this sort of blue Hexabluemon decks sort of play normally. But keeping on theme, I've decided to go with Puyoyomon, and I think it's still pretty good because our other cards are going to be letting us draw, so it's not the end of the world. For our level 3s, we are playing, how many do we play of that? We play 8, 10, 11 level 3s, but we have 4 of the BT13 Jellymon, which is just kind of a very basic Jellymon name to have. Its effect is, the evade effect doesn't really come up, but the inherited effect, when attacking, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, is really good. It doesn't require a discard for it either, it's just a free trash, so that's really strong. We've got the 4 RB1 Jellymons, which is kind of our main Jellymon. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you can add 1 card with Jellymon in its text and 1 Kyoshiro to your hand. So it searches out 2 cards, which is really good. And then also it has a inherited memory gain effect, which is always strong. We're playing 1 of the LM Jellymon, which is, I like this card because it helps you keep up your advantage through drawing, especially again with Puyoyomon and stuff like that. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1. Both of those effects, start of main phase and when attacking, is the inherited. I was playing 3 of this card, but at the end of the day, aside from being a Jellymon name, I felt like I'd always rather see the other Jellymons anyway. We do like having Jellymons and cards that list Jellymon, but other than that I didn't really find myself wanting this card a lot, and ever since I cut it down to 1, I used to be playing 3, I haven't missed it actively, so I think that 1 of this is just fine. And to round it off, we're playing 2 of the EX6 Biomons. The jamming effect is just really good. But that's it for our level 3s. Onto the level 4s, I think we played 10 of those. We've got 4 of the RB1 Tesla Jellymon, which is if you don't have a Kyoshiro in play, you can play 1 from your hand without without paying the cost, as it's when Digivolving effect, really good. And then it also has the same memory gain effect as the Jellymon from RB1, which is when one of your effects trashes a card in your hand, you gain 1 memory. We play 4 of the LM Tesla Jellymon because it lets us be really aggressive. By trashing 1 blue card in your hand, this Digimon can't be deleted in battle for the turn. So any secure, it's like jamming, but it costs you a card to use basically. And also if they block, you don't have to worry about it dying either. Hopefully you're going to be drawing cards off of your Tamers or your Puyoyomon when you do this as well, So it sort of all just kind of comes together. We also play 2 of the Lanamons from BT12. I was debating between this and Kumamon, but I think I like this better overall because it lets you place a blue level 3 Digimon from your hand as its bottom Digivolution card, so you can chuck a Jellymon into the stack, which then you'll get its inherited effects. When you have your full stack for like Hexabluemon, then you're going to have 4 cards in it, same as you would if you had an egg. It's a 2 cost on top of your Tamers, which is really good. It doesn't even have to be on a Tamer, it can be on a Digimon. And then it also gains jamming, which, as I was just saying with the Tesla Jellymon, you do want to be a little bit aggressive when you can, and it can honestly just steal games as well, having that sneaky jamming effect. Sometimes your opponent won't be expecting it. Moving on to the level 5s, we play, how many of these do we play? 4, 8. We're only playing 8 level 5s. And we're playing 4 of the Thetismons, or Thetismons, I'm not sure, maybe Thetis, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. The problem that I had with this is that this is like the only good one. The other ones are like fine, right? This one's kind of like, it's fun. This one I don't think is very good. And this one's like okay. But overall, I think this is like the only really good one, the one from RB1. Just being able to like put Tamers offline for a turn can be really good. We are playing one of the LM Thetismon, again, not sure. Just to have another card with Jellymon in its text. We also play 3 of the Zudomon Ace from BT14, which is just kind of an obvious card to play in a blue deck. I used to play 2 of this, I think is what I was only playing, and I was playing an extra Thetismon, but as I said, I don't think Thetismon's that good aside from providing an extra Jellymon name. So I decided to go with 3 Zudomon instead, and so far I'm not regretting that because, again, play cost 4, which is really good, bounce a card, trash some cards. 4 play cost for that effect is just too good. And then for level 6s we're playing 7 of those by the looks of it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with 3 Amphimon. Now, again, there's 2 other Amphimon you could play. I don't think they're that good. I don't really think they're worth playing. This one here I was playing at 4 because it is really strong once you get it online, once you get it running. But at the same time, I feel like this being your only strategy isn't great. So 3 has been okay for me so far. But this is an incredibly strong card in my opinion. When Digivolving and when attacking, and this isn't a once per turn effect, you may trash up to 2 blue cards in your hand. For each one, trash any one of your opponent's Digivolution cards, basically. Then you may return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck. So ideally you'll be returning, you can return 2 Digimon to deck thanks to your Thetismon that lets you unsuspend. Sometimes even 3 if it's on the turn you play it, because you're Digivolving it, you get the effect, attacking, get the effect, unsuspend, get the effect again. So very, very great board control tool. This can just win games on its own just by shutting off what your opponent's capable of doing. And then it also has a protection effect, which is once per turn, when one of your blue Digimon would be deleted by returning 3 Jellymon, 3 cards with Jellymon in their text from your trash to the bottom of the deck in any order, prevent its deletion. So this isn't just itself it protects, it can protect any of your other blue Digimon, so any of your other level 6s even, which again is really, really strong. And it's so easy to sort of pile up the Jellymons, because again, as I just said, you can get this when attacking / when Digivolving effect 3 times in one turn sometimes. So you can discard, 6 cards? That's 2 protects right there. We're playing 2 of the EX7 Hexabluemon. Just a very great card, you all know what this does. The Ice-clad decks are very popular. Sometimes you just slap this down and your opponent can't do anything. You can ice the game for turns. I've had games where I was genuinely behind and losing and just slapped this guy down, and it stored 4 or 5 turns of them just not really being able to do anything, slowly trying to build up their stuff while I was continuing to disrupt their stuff so that they couldn't, and then I was able to slap down an Amphimon for game. I've not really seen this run in other Jellymon lists, which I understand because Jellymon's not really a deck people are tinkering with. But when I sat down and was thinking about it and was thinking what level 6s I want to run, I realized this is just it felt too good not to run in a deck like this. So 2 of that I have found works very well. You could probably drop it down to 1 if you wanted and play an extra Amphimon. your call. Another card you could cut down to 1 is the Vikemon Ace. There's an Amphimon Ace, which is like fine, right? It's okay, but I just think that this is more impactful. That's it for our level 6s. Our last Digimon in the deck is the level 7 Imperial Dramon Paladin Mode Ace, which I don't think I really need to talk about. Sometimes it's better not to go into this. It's a card I've gone sort of back and forth on playing or not, whether or not I really want to. Because again, Amphimon has that protection effect, but Imperial Dramon just ends games, so there's just... it's hard to justify not playing it. So we do play it at 1. It hasn't really come up too often yet, but when it does steal games, as it always does. But that's it for our Digimon. Onto our Tamers. We're playing 3 of the BT9 Kyoshiro. It's just a memory setter and lets us draw cards. And then 4 of the RB1 Kyoshiro. And for options, we're only playing 2 of the Soulrai. To finish the deck off, we then play 4 of the mental training. That is it for the deck profile though. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you enjoy this kind of content, let me know and I would be happy to make more. I do have a few other Digimon decks I've built that I would like to show you guys, but this one is the one that I've built that I feel like it has the most... not that it is the only good deck I've built, because it's not. I've built some cool decks, but this is like a deck that I feel like no one really knows about because no one's playing the Jellymon cards. And again, there are better versions of like this sort of a deck if you just play all of the Ice Clad stuff, the Hexa Blue stuff. That's obviously better. But for those who do want to play Jellymon, this version of the deck does have legs to stand on. And after testing it out for a while with a more Jellymon focused build, it just wasn't really performing the way that I wanted it to. So overall, very fun deck. Try it out, let me know if you like it. If there are any changes you guys would make, feel free to let me know. And until next time, this has been Joe Pan, and I will see you then. Bye!